Well, welcome to our guide to football, Mick. Eh?
Yeah, and proper football, Keith.
Oh, yeah,
proper football.
Yeah, none of this AFL bollocks, eh? You know,
or American football,
yeah,
gridiron.
Yeah. Is that football?
Well, I don't know. You don't see a lot of contact between foot and ball, do you?
No. I mean, proper football, you play with a whole ball, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't get a point for missing or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, so this is our guide. Look, not a lot of people know, Mick, that you and I were both in the England squad in the 70s.
Yes, we were, and we played in the squad of 71, and we were going for the World Cup finals in Germany in 74, but we never made it because we got knocked out at the qualifying stage.
Yeah. And yeah, so we've sadly never made a World Cup finals because obviously we missed out in 78 again. I mean, we were in the squad again, but obviously we got missed out. Yeah. I want to say one word to you, Mick.
Yeah, what's that?
Poland.
Oh, fuck off.
Eh? Poland, eh? Yeah. And how about bloody Tomasinski, eh? Yeah. The old goalkeeper, eh?
Yeah, what a fucking clown he was. Eh? For the benefit of people that don't know, England played Poland at Wembley and lost 1-1. Uncharacteristic.
Lost 1-1?
Yeah. They lost a mistake by Norman Hunter. Unusual for him. Never made a mistake, that man. Yeah. Let the Poles in for a goal, and Clarkey equalised from the penalty spot. But
Bobby Charlton, how many times did Bobby Charlton hit that goalkeeper? Full in the face or on the chest, straight at him. You know, well, no, only needed one goal, didn't we?
That Jan Tomasinski, he played the game of his life. He was absolutely unbelievable. It was just like the goal was just blocked off by him because no matter what we did, he saved it.
He was fucking lucky.
Yeah, and poor old Alf Ramsey got the sack over it, didn't he? Poor old Alf. I like Alf. He was good when he was a nice bloke, Alf.
Now look, once my playing days were over, I sort of got out of the game. I went out of the game. I wouldn't say I lost my passion for the game. I certainly lost the passion for playing it and getting involved in it. I still watch it, but you carried on, Mick.
Yeah, I did. I'll keep in the background now because I like to help out the young blokes who want to break into the professional ranks, and there's a lot for them to learn. So I do like a mentoring role, helping them out, and because there's a lot of pitfalls for these young players these days, and that's where I come in.
Yeah. So Mick, you spoke about your mentoring, obviously, and you know, and I said not a lot of people know that you're still involved in the game globally. Globally, you know. Oh, yeah. And so I want you to take me through, Mick. You know, you get a young player who's showing promise. Yeah. He could be a 15, 16-year-old, could even be a little bit older, 16, 17. They need nurturing into the game of how to play the game. You know, how can they break into that professional rank? If you know. So just take me through. You get a young player, Mick. What's the first thing you do with them? Very first thing you do with them.
Well, the first thing we look at is where they come from.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah, it does, very much so. I'll give you an example.
Right, yeah, cool.
If you get a young player and he's from Brazil, the first thing you've got to do is look at the name. Get rid of that family name, which is some ridiculously long name, and give him a one-word name. Right. You know, like Pelé, Garincha, Falcao, Socrates, Ronaldo, that's it. Yeah. And you take it from there.
Does that make it?
You mustn't forget his valuable triple overnight with the one-word name.
Just because he's a brilliant Brazilian player with one name.
That's it.
And what I suppose all the players around him immediately, he's a superstar, right?
It's the perception, you know. They'll see that one name player coming towards them and they'll shoot themselves.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so you don't know all that stuff. See, your lay person don't know all that, do they?
Wouldn't know that at all.
Right. So Mick, I want you to take me through your program, if you like. So you've sorted out where the player comes from. You've done all of that business with with the names, all that stuff. So what's the very first thing you teach a young player? He's breaking into the professional ranks. What does he need to know?
Well, the first thing is he's got to learn how to fall down as if he's been hit with a padlock. Right. So if he gets anywhere near an opponent, he's got to go down like a sack of shit.
Okay, right, yeah.
Now, in the penalty area, he's got to be 110% focused on looking for opportunities.
For a penalty?
For a penalty, yeah. I tell them, fuck the goals. Yeah. Goals will come. Yeah. Just you've got to fall down and you've got to be spectacular with it right in front of the officials and get that penalty.
And hopefully get your opponent sent off, because that is the other ultimate aim.
There's another advantage to be had there. You're playing 10 men straight away.
And there's a triple whammy in the penalty area. You get a player sent off, you get the goal, you're in the lead, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
So it's a triple whammy. Yeah,
yes,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Mick, one of the big issues these days is health and safety, and because the health of a young player is one of the most, all clubs are concerned with the safety of players. What do you, what are the sort of things that are happening at a club these days? You're looking at them from a,
they're an asset to the club.
They're asset to, yeah. Cool.
And because of that, you've got to look after your asset, haven't you? Yeah. And the league has introduced a blood rule.
Yes.
So if you get cut for any reason, you have to leave the field to get treatment.
Yeah.
So
blood is an issue.
A big issue.
Okay.
Big issue.
Okay. So what do you do then for that?
Well, we always recommend that the player finds a fully professional and accredited tattoo parlour to go to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, because of all the old tats up here, because you're not a footballer unless you've got that.
That's right, you've got to have it. You've got to have some silly foreign language written down your arm that no one knows what the fuck it's on about.
All over your back.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, yeah, let's face it, Mick. I mean, your modern player spends more time these days, by the look of it, in tattoo parlours than what they do on the training ground, don't they?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Now, because so that's we know about the blood. I mean, that's obviously an obvious thing about health. What about their, the bits like the knees and the feet, because they are really important to a player, and I'm sure that they get looked after by all of the club doctors. What's the thing that you make sure that players look after?
No. The thing we have to look after with these players is their thumbs.
Their thumbs?
Their thumbs, yeah. I mean, you've got to realise in the modern game, the player has to have his thumbs in tip-top condition for his Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah. Because these young players, if they can't Twitter, they're fucking lost.
They're socially dead, aren't they? Socially dead.
Okay,
that's interesting. Yeah. So the thumbs.
It is the thumbs, yes.
So so the health's there now, isn't it?
We've sorted that.
The health of the players is there, which is obviously very important. What other things, Mick, if if a player wants to break into, say, the echelons of the club, into the first team, into even international football, what has he got to know? What skills does he need?
Well, any young player that's breaking into a club, first team or international team, he has to learn to play cards. Cards, yeah. Poker, blackjack, that sort of thing. And if he does all his money, he can always go away and have a quiet game of crib or something like that, can't he?
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
But this is to promote the family circle that you've got to promote in a club or in an international team. You've got to feel as though you're part of a family.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And of course, another aspect of when a player's breaking into that big time, Mick, a major part of the game is obviously speed.
Acceleration. Yeah,
speed and acceleration. So what do you what's the first thing that you mentor the players on that? I mean, how do you get them to that point where they're really buzzing?
Yeah, well, you need speed, but you need that burst of acceleration as well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I always recommend either a Ferrari or a Bugatti Veyron, something like that. The British players, of course, I always recommend Jaguar or Aston Martin, and if they're married with kids, I always say get a big old Range Rover.
Okay, okay. It's interesting, yeah. So, right. Well, Mick, we've seen in the papers in the last few weeks, obviously, with the issues over race and all of that sort of stuff. What sort of advice you give young black players, Mick, who want to break into the game? What are the sort of stuff that they really need to do?
Well, there's really only one golden rule that I impress on young black players coming into the game, and I can't stress this enough. If he's going to become a household name and be looked up to by his peers, the first thing he's got to do, he's got to get himself a young, white, blonde-haired girlfriend.
Gives him credibility then.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, right. So that's the golden rule.
That's the golden rule, yeah.
Now I've noticed, we've gone through this, but I've noticed, Mick, you really haven't touched on the ball skills, on the you know, and that fitness level of, you know, when they do all that fitness training and stuff like that, and the and obviously the most important thing about, you know, the nuances of the game and stuff like that. You know, you missed all that out.
Well, what the fuck's that got to do with the game? This is modern football we're talking about. It's on a par with the entertainment industry now. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah, okay, mate. All right.
You know, let skill take care of itself.
Yeah, okay, mate. All right. Well, look, thanks for that, Mick. It's a good insight into the game, and hopefully all the young players and all the players that are aspiring to get into a modern professional game, they should be looking at this.
They should.
Thanks, mate.